Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. Social media is something most people are involved with in some capacity, whether you're on Twitter or Facebook. Dean Froese of Herbert signed up for Facebook a few years ago and says it's been smooth sailing online conversing with his friends, up until recently. As the city of Swift Current continues to grow, the need for an updated landfill has become evident over the past several years. Planning for the new site moved forward at the last City Council meeting, with $60,000 approved for construction engineering services to AECom for the industrial waste cell expansion project. The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce is in a mode of transition, as its board is now in the process of finding a new CEO in the next several weeks. Thanks for joining us here today. A Herbert man is advising you to keep a close watch on your Facebook account following a recent online scam. Social media is something most people are involved with in some capacity, whether you're on Twitter or Facebook. And for many, this has become the number one way they stay up to date with family and friends. Dean Froese of Herbert signed up for Facebook a few years ago and says it's been smooth sailing online conversing with his friends, up until recently.
I all of a sudden started getting posts from friends of mine asking if I was starting a new Facebook page. And I says, no. And they says, well, we're getting posts that you want us to friend you for the second time. And I started to kind of question that a little bit, I guess. And it was really kind of funny because I just didn't think too much of it until I started getting posts from people that say that I won this money and this person is wanting this money up front to collect this supposed big prize that I had won.
Dean's supposed winnings online were to the total of $300,000, and whoever hacked his Facebook account was trying to lure his online friends that he endorsed the winnings and that they too could get a similar cash windfall. However, the catch was they had to send in a service fee to receive their money. A scam which became even more clearer one evening when Dean answered his telephone.
I had a phone call from an elderly person. This person asked which Western Union I had used to transfer that admin fee to this winning person, this $300,000. My heart just sank. I couldn't believe that it would happen locally. I was so thankful that this person had called me first and that this person said, I won this money and I thought it was a good idea. I was endorsing it and you should go for it. And at no time in my life have I ever endorsed something like this. And, I stated right away, I've put different posts on Facebook that this is an imposter and I'm in no way endorsing a situation or a scheme like this.
Dean has since changed his password on Facebook and plans to file a complaint to the RCMP. A wise move when you suspect any type of fraudulent activity, whether on Facebook, email, or by telephone.
If you feel that you've been scammed in any way whatsoever, the first step you should take is to contact your local police department. The second step would be to contact your bank institute, whichever one that you happen to be using, and just advising them that you feel you may have been scammed. The third step I would recommend would be to contact either Equifax Canada or TransUnion Canada and advise them that you believe you may have been scammed. The fourth step would be to contact the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. They're available on the internet. There are phone numbers available on our RCMP website. And just to report it to protect yourself, even in the event that you aren't sure you've been scammed, but you feel that you may have been.
Now, with the messaging on his Facebook less exciting than it has been in recent days, Dean says he'll seriously reassess how personal he gets online with his profile and overall postings.
I thought a few times whether I should just shut it down and just enough is enough, but more often than not, it's been a good thing, but I'll probably take it a little bit more seriously.
If you suspect any suspicious activity or feel you've been a victim of fraud, don't hesitate to contact your local RCMP immediately. After all, you only have one identity, so take the appropriate steps to protect it. Southwest TV News is hitting the road with our annual Summer Around the Southwest tour, covering a variety of exciting events across the region. The Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest tour is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Presented by Standard Motors, in partnership with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. Construction is set to get underway for Swift Current's new landfill, with a target of having it open by the end of the year. As the city of Swift Current continues to grow, the need for an updated landfill has become evident over the past several years. Planning for the new site moved forward at the last City Council meeting, with $60,000 approved for construction engineering services to AECOM for the industrial waste cell expansion project, with the following timeline in place for the overall site construction.
This project will just be getting underway now that we've awarded both the contract for the work and the contract for the supervision of the work. So that work will be finished in probably about 2 months, and at that time we'll have our industrial waste cell functioning well and have about 10 years or so capacity in it. And we'll also, at the end of this project, we'll be ready to start accepting municipal waste in the West Landfill. So that will start to get us prepared to look to moving all of our solid waste or garbage services out to the West Landfill, probably either really late this year or into the new year.
Minkin further adds that the current landfill east of the city will be decommissioned in the spring of 2014, with the site then covered over with soil and returned to a natural state, with the possibility of a transfer station set up for local residents who choose to haul their refuse. Although he's unsure of an actual location of the transfer station and any additional cost to the user at this point in time.
Yeah, we're looking at all our options right now, but it could be, consider it being just dumpsters that people would come and put their waste in, and they would be charged similar to what they would pay at the landfill, and we'd use those revenues from those fees to run the dumpsters out to the West Landfill.
The new landfill will be located approximately 12 kilometers northwest of Swift Current, with the entire project to date costing the city of Swift Current $2.5 million. W.W. Smith Insurance has reached a milestone as it celebrates its centennial. Having served Southwest Saskatchewan for the past 100 years, W.W. Smith Insurance is your motor license issuer, while specializing in all of your personal and commercial needs, including home, auto, agro, business, and life insurance. W.W. Smith Insurance, independently owned and operated since 1913.
Our company helps tell your story and provides you with the solution on how to market your business. Because making a great video is only half the equation. You have to know how to use it.
We have done a major.
Changes are on the horizon at the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce. We have more in this report. The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce is in a mode of transition, as its board is now in the process of finding a new CEO in the next several weeks. After 6 years of employment with the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce, Jennifer Lister is leaving her position and moving on to a new opportunity in BC.
I've actually accepted a general manager position with KGTC, which is part of the Tournament Capital Centre in Kamloops, and it's another not-for-profit organization, and there I'll actually be offering programs and services for competitive and non-competitive athletes.
And as she winds down her duties as CEO of the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce, she reflects on the achievements with the organization over the years.
There's lots of great things that have happened over the past 6 years. I mean, the Chamber of Commerce has moved locations a couple times. We moved from the original tourist center up on the highway there. We moved into the entrepreneurial center and then finally found our home down here next to the business community, which in downtown Swift Current, which is a real bonus and a plus for not only ourselves, but I feel also for the business community. We've been involved in lots of great initiatives with the City of Swift Current, the RM of Swift Current.
The board has already set the wheels in motion for hiring a new CEO, with the hopes of having the new individual in place prior to Lister's last day on September the 17th. As the CEO plays a key role for the organization.
The CEO is primarily responsible for providing leadership and guidance to the board of directors, as well as working as liaison for our membership with the various stakeholders of the chamber, being the city, the local RM, and other stakeholders as well. So it's a very critical role for the chamber going forward.
He further adds that such events as the annual SCBEX Awards will not be affected, as Lister has already set the groundwork for the event in October, with chamber board members also involved in the event planning. And membership services of the chamber will proceed as usual through local board members. According to data provided by the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce, it represents approximately 1,000 members from Swift Current and the surrounding area. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.